Hello and welcome back to the 8 Cube Circus. I'll be your host, Smlz. This is episode number 21. We're back. How are we doing,
Doing
Denish?
great, having fun. I've been super busy recently. I know that's a fact. I got a little bit sick, so I had to miss, I think, an episode. I don't even know if you guys recorded. I think we might have. We've been a little bit, everyone's a little bit busy, but it's the holidays. It's great. It's fun.
Zen, how are you doing?
Doing pretty well. Like Denish, we're busy. We had to miss a week of recording, but hopefully we should be back with your regularly scheduled pumping content soon.
Yeah, we're all kind of busy. Had to take a week off. But we're back here. We're ready to keep going, and yeah, season's ending. But first and foremost, make sure to join us at Discord. We do coaching sessions. You have streaming YouTube alerts as well as some giveaways. It will be at the top link in the description. Today's episode is going to be a bit different. We all designed new seasons of Marvel Snap. So we all have some cards that we took the extra time to design some cards and we're going to show them all to you. We ready to get
Hell
into
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
All right. I'll start with my cards, which Denish and Xenaid have not seen. I've been playing this past week. I haven't been playing too much Snap the last few days. I've been playing quite a bit more, but I've been playing a lot of Balatro. So I just made cards based on the Jokers that I like playing with in Balatro. And the first one is Riff Raff. So it adds two random of Jokers to your hand. And the cards it can add, it adds two of these four. Joker, which is a 1/1 ongoing. Your other cards here have +1 power. Gross Michelle, it's a 1/2 on reveal, double this card's power. End of turn, 50% chance to destroy this card. Juggler, which is a 1/2 on reveal. For the rest of the game, your max hand size is now 8. And Marble Joker, who's a 1/3 on reveal. Shuffle a rock into your deck, set its power to
Oh
5.
boy, there's a lot going on here. So it looks like we
There's a
have.
Isn't
lot.
this banana card like super underpowered?
See, I was thinking about that. And I had it as triple, but I thought triple might be too good. So I had to go to double.
I feel like if you
My worry with triple was specifically, okay, you're playing Morgan, you play this card on one or two, you play the banana and it destroys itself.
Yeah, but I feel like you can't even play it on the last turn because there's just a
we can still
50% chance
destroy
it
it though.
kills itself. Yeah. I guess if you run like armor or Chiera, but I don't think you really have space. I guess because you're running Riffraff, you're gonna get a bunch of them. So it could be a really cool Morgan card, especially because you have the Juggler in here, which is the one that sets the max hand size to 8. I wonder if you could almost get like a I guess that's a little bit too strong. I was gonna say maybe put something similar to uh sorry, Captain Carter's text on the regular Joker, where it just like adds its power to another card. Maybe that's what we give the banana. But I like the idea of a one cost that adds two more one costs.
Yeah, I think the one cost generation is actually quite strong for curve reasons, right?
Hmm. Yeah, I wonder if making these Jokers almost like joke cards that don't really have a strong effect late game, but are good at like filling curve and maybe they play for one or two power. Something like the banana where it's destroying itself. If you make them all destroy themselves in some way. Like maybe one of them just slowly sucks power out of its lane or something similar to that. I don't know though. It's definitely an interesting idea.
Um,
So from like a points perspective as well, just a heads up, because this is a 1/1 generator, I kind of like can't make the cards it generates like necessarily like
because
super good.
yeah,
Like I got to make them like worse than Kate Bishop arrows and stuff like that. I also think it's probably
but
good
it's
in V
probably
hand
broken in
with
V
like
hand, by
juggler.
the way. Like
Yeah.
two V hand
Yeah,
tokens.
it seems
Because
good.
like the reason why Kate isn't super good in V hand is because sometimes you get the acid arrow, so you're only getting one token for Kate for V hand, but this is guaranteed two tokens for one energy.
See, I also I think that this is a little less I think it's very good in V hand.
I think it's broke.
But I think that if you don't get juggler, it's kind of mid. Like I think you're really
I
relying
feel
on
like
that
no,
because I
because
think the issue that I
you get a
do
1/4, no, or yeah, like Joker is a 1/4 in V hand. Um,
Joker's a 1/4, yeah. But the other thing that the reason I think why Kate Bishop isn't that good in V hand anymore is because V hand is gradually moved to more Moon Girl stuff
Well,
instead of like
this is a
Moonstone
1/4.
stuff. And this
I
and Juggler makes it Juggler I don't deny is incredibly good in V hand. But like the other ones like Roach Michelle's like
I
eh.
disagree.
Marble Joker is not that
I kind of
great.
disagree though, because you already have ongoing support, and like there are V-hand decks that already run Moonstone, so regular Joker can be good. And even if it isn't, for curve reasons, it's not like a Kate Bishop where you have to play it on two. You could play Riff Raff on one and then just play both of them out next turn. None of them have a restriction that really prevents that, except the banana. And I mean, the banana is kind of just like in here to be a low roll, to be honest.
Yeah, Vienna's just a low
Correct,
roll.
you need one. So yeah, I think it's strong. I don't know if it's
Oh,
overpowered, but I think V hand
I
it's
think it's OP
definitely
in
good.
V hand, like just specifically.
What is an OP in V hand? Oh
I
I
my
just
found
don't
out
god, that
think
got
you
I
need
found out
spicy.
today that Ezame Kaku is not overpowered in V hand. That's what I learned.
Oh, oh, I heard.
Sounds like someone had
Yo,
fun drafting.
Yeah, I lost.
All right, on to the next card. It is Baron. Now this is a 6/0, so obviously negative is the first thing, but it is on reveal. Set this card's power equal to the combined cost of cards in your hand. So if you were to have this card and you play it out, and in your hand you have like Nick Fury, this guy can get really big.
in
I
my
like this.
opinion, I thought it sucks. Well, it sucks in every current archetype because every current archetype is trying to get out big stuff, right?
Hmm.
Is like thinning your
Hmm.
hand, like Dracula's thinning your hand. What else is thinning your hand? Hella, like you don't end up with that many cards in your hand most games, and so on a high roll on a Nick Fury drop, it's a six.
It's like a 620. It's
It's
like an
like smaller than
infinite.
Infinite still. But then you have other cards in your hand.
It is smaller than Infinite, but also you can play it, and also it gets Ravona discounted, which is significant. I think that it's very similar to Taskmaster, and that's
Hmm.
obviously what it's competing with. It can be interesting because it's also you get the surprise factor of, oh, 617 wasn't ready for that. But I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be really tricky to get more value out of this than Giganto. But I do like this text. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's a bit underpowered, I would say, or there's not that much like support in the metagame. But it'd be cool in like an Eson deck, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll get to Isan later. There's another card in this kind of
But Eson
specifically
would make him
for
weaker,
Isan.
right? So it's like probably
Yes, this isn't really an Isan card. And my idea for this is just like Nick Fury. This is the card that makes Nick Fury actually a playable card.
Yeah, especially because you can get him off Nick Fury. Like getting this guy off Nick Fury
Correct.
with a Quinjet discount, damn. And there's already a lot of cards that are like that. Nick
yeah,
Fury, I think, is a little bit underplayed. You can get a Sasquatch, a She-Hulk. There's a lot of cards you can get off of him that actually
yeah.
feel good. There's
Quinjet
just
makes
so
this guy
many
weak-
low rolls.
Quinjet makes this guy weaker.
Yeah, maybe make him a 5
Mm.
cost that uses the opponent's hand.
It should say cost with a capital C, I think. That way it would be a lot more interesting. Because you have cost
Mm.
with a lowercase c, and it actually
Yep.
does matter. Like, unironically, like, Dennis just scoffing, like, half
I
lowercase.
went a bit conservative
I think
on
it's,
this
I
because I
think
was
as
worried
if you're
about.
designing a six cost, it has to be just better than what things currently are, right? Because the
Hmm.
current sixes are just trash.
I don't even think this is going to have the Red Hulk blob issue of being too big. I feel like
No.
unless you give it power and then say add power, like realistically, if you get it above like 18, that means that you had 2 or 3 6 drops in your hand on the last turn. So your hand is like so heavy. I feel like you're sacrificing curve for one big dude as opposed to blob, which is just like nothing, or Red Hulk, which is my opponent knows that I have a 35 power Red Hulk. Talking about the release versions of these cards, of course. But I do like Baron.
All
It's
Yeah, it
cool.
would be nice to have a playable 6-drop.
right, on to the next card I have. It is Perkio, which is a 5/2 on reveal. After you play your next card, add a copy of that card to this location.
Okay, what? How do we break the game, Denish? Name a
Yeah,
card.
I feel like this is like Shuri and Wong, which is cool
No,
because it's a 5 cost.
you get 2
I
gores. You just get 2 gores. Like what?
You can get
yeah.
2 gores, yeah.
Bro, this is the negative
You know where
card.
one's
This
going.
is the negative card.
It is the negative
This
card,
fucking
yes.
rats.
Yeah,
He just wants to play 3 gores.
this is really really strong.
This is
Yeah.
broken. Like
Yeah, I think it's broken. Cuz like then you
Yeah, this
grandmaster
one
it.
is the one that I shot high
The
on.
this is
Grandmaster?
unreleasable, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think they can print this.
Yeah. This is the one that I thought was pretty good.
How would you
I
make
was
it
struggling
balanced,
trying to find
though?
out. I was trying to figure out a way to make this card like balanced. And I thought like, okay, I'll put this at like 5/0. And then it's like,
Nope. Negative.
oh, but then again, negative. And I think this and Ravona, and I'm like, okay, that's stupid. So I gotta make it a 2. And then it's still like quite good. Like the main thing I was thinking of with this was Dokken stuff, where you play a Dokken and then it copies another Dokken. Like that seems really
anything
good.
you can do with this is broken. I think the
Yeah.
effect is just
What if
Yeah.
you destroy it to create the copy? So it has to get destroyed and then you get the copy. And then
Then I think that's really
well,
bad.
I don't think it is because there's a lot of it's like a fire hair card. And we're getting fire hair support in the near future with some of the data mined cards. So I think that could be neat. Maybe make it a 4 cost with like a different number.
My other thought with this was make it like a Spider-Man Noir where you have to fulfill a specific condition to get it to work.
I think that might be better.
Like maybe if you have 4 or less cards on board and make it like a 5/5.
I feel like maybe if it's like if the next card you play fills this location, add a copy to another random location. So it's like a bit more like interactive.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're forced to fill it, so you're telegraphing your play to your opponent, and it's a random other location that it gets spawned in. So like whatever happens, like even if it's double Dakin, you can kind of what's it called? You can kind of negate that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that move stuff around on the board, like even just a regular Spider-Man beats it at that point. I think that could be cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I thought I put the card, I was like, I like this idea of like having a card where like you spend an entire turn setting up for just your next turn. But yeah, this was definitely the trickiest
too strong.
one.
I think we're
to
not in a
balance.
place where you just like copy 2 of a card instantly. If a card reads like copy the next card you play like immediately with no opportunity cost, right? Then like it's just insanely broken. Because
like even in decks,
right? Like if you think of it like if the next cost was like 0 to 3, like you're doing with V-Hand Dakin limited, sure. But once you're expanding to like higher cost even, what am I joking? The higher cost cards suck. It's really the low cost cards that you're worried about copying.
even like a
it's Dokken mainly.
There's a lot of
I think that's the big one. I actually think this guy isn't that broken.
Yeah, Dracula.
I don't think this guy is that broken with like some 6 costs.
Yeah, well,
like even with the Dracula stuff, like you spent your entire turn 5 telegraphing where your second Dracula is gonna go. Like I think that this card is broken with like Dokken, and I don't even think it's that broken with Gore.
It's 2 Gores, man. Like
then we have every single Gore deck except Hela does double Gore with Gore
but they
Mystique.
spend 9 energy for that.
This is a breed.
You're spending 11 energy
spending
for
11,
that.
But
you're spending
not on the last turn. Gore.
Yeah, and you can always Ravona
thing.
discount Gore and get him down on 5.
Yeah, but you're putting him down on 5, and that's terrible for Gore. Gore doesn't want to be down on 5. This lets you play both of them on 6.
Yeah,
I think that's crazy.
Yeah, it's good, but I don't think
insane.
I think this is. I agree that this is like probably too strong, but I think I'm disagreeing on the fact that like
I
where
found
it's
another
too
funny
strong.
one. If you play an Odin, it will, the way that this text is written, I believe it will re-trigger it and then play another Odin.
Yep.
So
It's like the
that's
leader effect.
yeah, it'll do the leader thing. So you could do 27 power plus an Odin. So like it turns Odin into a 636. And it also re-triggers the Odin, so you can like reproc a fork like a Drax. So now it's even bigger. I think there's a lot of things that
That's so
break this
funny.
because it solos its lane
That's
with Odin.
so funny.
I just don't think the mechanic of playing 2 of the exact card on the last turn can be supported in Marvel Snap. Just because, like, especially ongoing effects, like, bro, Cerebro 2 with this card, holy.
Cerebro.
I mean, yeah, Cerebro's insane with this card. You got 3 Cerebros.
That's good.
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
it's such a low opportunity cost. Like, you think giving up your whole turn 5, but like, that's what V-Hand does. They give up their whole turn 5 to get an extra V-Hand, and they play 2 V-Hands.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess so. Yeah, I think this is strong, but I think putting like a noir style effect where you like have to do this in order
yeah,
to
it
get
has
the
to have
proc is how you
some
make this.
ridiculous effect though, because I think the payoff of like duping whatever you're playing is just so broken. That's why like most cards like add it to your hand, or like there's like opportunity cost to it.
I think it also has to be harder than Noir, which is crazy to say. Because I think
I don't think it needs to be harder curve wise. I think it just needs to be a larger like I like the idea of if you have 4 or less cards in play.
that's just like
Then
I
you're just like, playing fucking black, dude. This is the other side of Smlz. Instead of negative, you just Panther Zola.
What's that?
Yeah.
Panther Zola?
Panther Perkio Zola, you win. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god,
Yeah.
the Perkios when they flip. Wait, would that? No, it won't. Never mind.
It
I was
won't.
going to say it would copy another Zola, but it actually wouldn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
No, it does not copy Zola.
He just Odin's it, and he's just like, yep.
All right, what's the next negative card you have
The Odin
made?
stuff is funny. The rest are not negative cards. Next is DNA. On reveal, duplicate the highest cost card in your hand. Give the copy +1 cost.
Bro,
This guy,
V-Hand merchant.
This guy loves V-Hand.
This is. I don't think this
It's
is a
not a
V-Hand
V-Hand
card.
card,
I think this
but-
is a Nissan. This
I
is a
don't think this
Nissan card.
Oh yeah, it's a Nissan card.
This is a really good Nissan
It's a really
card.
nice Nissan card, actually.
I like this. This
And
is
it works
cool.
with Baron, low key.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you can do this with Baron.
Oh, it's insane with Baron.
I would love those 2 cards
Yeah.
released together, like in some sort of like season. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a card I've had an idea for a while. So yeah, I mean, like this card single-handedly makes Isan from like a decent card to a good card.
Yeah,
I think.
I like this, especially since you can duplicate the Isan and then Isan pulls Isan.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, the thing with Isan is there's just no like low card, like that low cost card that creates good value for him.
It's only IP and Valentina at low cost.
Yeah, but they're not 1 cost. Being a 1 cost is insane.
Correct. Yeah. I think this is a cool card. This is the card I was most proud of when designing.
Yeah,
so.
love this.
Yeah. All right, and last card is Burnt Joker. After you discard a card, give it +2
So
power.
this is just like the Dracula card?
Is this +2 power in graveyard?
Yes.
And this is every
yes.
time you discard a card, or just the...
Every time you discard a card.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
Denish, you need a 2-drop?
It seems good.
Hey, Denish, you
Yeah.
need a 2-drop in your deck?
I actually don't... I'm concerned about Swarm more so than anything else.
Yeah, actually Swarm is broken.
No, okay. It doesn't. So the way this works is that it gets discarded, and then the copy of Swarm in the graveyard gets +2, not the created ones.
That's true.
Because this goes
Yep.
after. This
You're
goes
right.
after.
It would go after.
Okay, so it's not Swarm.
Oh,
but
wait,
it's
no,
like-
it wouldn't go after. The way that the engine works right now, because Swarm is also when discarded, because it's
This is
on the
after.
board, it would happen before. That's how that works.
It's intended that it.
Yeah,
happens
Smith designed
after.
it, so you can
All
say
right.
whatever. Wait, but isn't the broken card with this Scorn?
Yeah.
You can do Scorn with this, yeah.
Dude, but Scorn is like insanely broken. Because Scorn is already broken. Like, Scorn is like
I don't think Scorn.
I'm
no,
thinking
Scorn is
about
broken.
it. I think this is way too much power for like Modok discard decks cuz like they've always been like near the point ceiling but not quite over it. Occasionally they peak over it. I think this puts them way over it. This is a
Also,
2-cost scaler that is not ongoing, that scales at the same rate as Morbius, but it has to be on the board.
does
But
this buff
also the points go to your hand. So it's
this
not
buff
even like
Khonshu, right?
Khonshu.
What
Yeah, it's fine
Khonshu?
with Khonshu.
No, this is
Uh,
So Khonshu,
it doesn't. No, it just makes the
Yeah.
base Khonshu like 2 points higher.
4 points, but yeah.
Like it's just like it's meant to be.
does Khonshu
Okay,
not
this is
keep
the card
hand
that helps
buffs?
Dracula.
He does, but he
What?
spawns the card with 12 power or 8 or 5.
He
Oh,
spawns the
yeah,
card
but
with
still,
12.
like you're playing a 16 that summons. Wow.
No, it's 14.
Are you sure?
They're different cards. Yeah, they're different cards. If you buff Khonshu and you discard him, I believe
I'm
it
pretty
does
sure he
not
retains
carry the
hand
buff over.
buffs.
I'm pretty sure
If he retains
doesn't.
hand buffs, I think it's too strong. Actually, I just think it's too strong
I
anyways.
agree.
This card's
I
ridiculous.
think it's
I
too strong
think
anyway.
Yeah. Not even
there
Meek
another-
does this.
Bro, wait, you can Loki just play Wolverine, and Wolverine's a 2/7 when you discard it.
Yeah,
That's Proxima
2/7.
Midnight.
I
Proxima
don't
Midnight
think.
4/9. Oh hell no. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
adding 7
I-
when if you Modok and you have a 7 power Wolverine, a 9 power Proxima, you hit a scorn that buffs one of them to 11 as well as the scorn up to like 6 after one discard. Now you have a 1/6, you played a Corvus, you can play it with your, let's say you discard Apocalypse twice. That it goes up, one of them you didn't even have Burnt Joker down. It goes up to, what would that be? 8, 12.
this guy
16,
easily gets like 12
18.
points of power in a
I think this
regular
is
discard game.
yeah, too
Yeah,
too
this
strong.
could be. This could probably be 2/3+1.
Bro, you play this with like Zombie Power Man and fucking like Colonel America
hmm
and GG. Like
At 2/3+1, I think it's probably fine.
but +2 is ridiculous. Especially
Yeah.
with how many discards the deck gets.
hmm
Yeah, +2 probably seems a bit strong. I aimed fairly high on these
There's
guys.
no two. Okay, the only 2-cost +2 scalers are now Cap, Sam America, and Craven, and they're in like the most.
And Morbius.
Oh yeah, and those are all good cards.
I don't deny this to be a good card. So it could probably be a 2/3+1 and be fine. And my worry then is, does it make the cut?
I think it makes the cut, and
It
we get like
probably
a
still does make the
4th
cut.
hybrid archetype. Especially if you
discard?
make it at +1,
Yeah.
you can make it work with Swarm. Like that's fine.
Yeah. After seeing the last few months of cards, I'd also rather aim way.
Yeah,
higher
you're
than
not
way low.
wrong. Mix up the meta a bit. You got
Not
some-
to
Yeah.
discard.
Yeah, not discard would be
No,
Yeah,
not that way.
This
Yeah.
guy's kind of mid. Cringe,
I don't want
yeah.
to play against discard that's strong.
You have Gambit.
Yeah,
Gambit
it
like
don't.
That's the problem.
messes up that
it's
deck.
strong and then it gambits you anyway.
It also
So now
has
you're
Gambit.
bitching. Yeah.
it also does have Gambit.
See, Denish's deck uses
Alright.
Gambit like a crutch. This deck would just use Gambit to feel like unfair.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's Denish's season. Marvel Snap second steps.
Yep. I've remade all of the cards that lost out, and I give them all second chances. So let's see what we've got first. We start out with Ghost Second Steps, and this is a 2/3 now, and it is an activate that inverts the priority for the rest of the game. So it's basically Trick Room from Pokemon, but it's on a 2-cost activate card. What do you think?
Dude, decks run
Uh,
this.
This just seems like really weak.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think it's too weak, because if you are running, let's say, Bounce, right? The entire thing is you need to throw Prio, so you need to take all your stuff off the board. Now you can keep your stuff on the board and still throw Prio. And so you don't need to worry about your second push of power all getting taken off the board. You can leave, like, the Hitmonkey, and then you don't need to spend the 2 energy on Hitmonkey. You can just Grandmaster it, because it's already there. I think that there's a lot of decks that are currently built in a way that abuse priority, that once you add Ghost to them, you can then not need to do the conditions that they're meeting anymore because you have this card.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Cherno
Okay,
playing this card
counter.
and then like Killmongering, Shang-Chi, and everything.
My worry about this in bounce specifically is points. You're cutting something that gives you
For this.
points
Yeah,
for
but you
this.
already like cut toxin. I don't care. That's fine.
You can't
What
cut the
I don't
bouncer.
think that Bounce wants it, but I think there's a lot of decks very similar to Bounce that are trying to throw priority
like
to dodge tech.
tech
Yeah,
slot.
like Tech Slap. It's a Tech Slap card. They can have a Tech Slap card.
This is a tech swap card, and I just see Cherno playing this.
I don't like tech slot
Like
You're
Cherno
cards.
is just
giving.
playing this all game long, and
Here's the
then
thing,
like
though. The only way I can see Tech Slop actually benefiting is if they start adding actual point packages that you play not on the last
I
turn.
mean they play Gladiator, Fenris, like
Yeah,
Well,
Killmonger.
Gladiator, Fenris
those are all
Wolf.
cards that we don't care about having on the board early, so the ghost doesn't even affect it.
No, but
Obviously,
they'll play it and then still
Yes, but it allows them to play.
they'll
It
throw
allows them pretty
priority.
much to
They'll have
play
all the points down and
a
still throw prio, so they can keep teching your ass.
yeah. It's pretty much like what if you get to play Sauron in the early game and then
And then tech
just
everything
tech the hell
after.
out of them on
Yeah.
6. Like this seems like a very frustrating card.
I also think a concern would be it's a little bit confusing for newer players
Oh
if
yeah.
you match into ghost for second
Yes.
steps.
Okay,
And
let's
it's
be
just
honest though. Like no newer players. Like I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they even think about priority half the time, especially now that
yeah.
like, swap is dead. Like I'm pretty sure if you go down to like the 70s and latter, like I'm pretty sure people are like not even playing Killmonger, Shang, Shadow King.
Yep. I don't know.
I've heard Man Spider is
I
broken
think
down
that
there.
now that the tech cards are in a kind of crappy position and it's really hard to run a ton of them, I don't think that this card would cause too much of a problem. Personally.
I don't think it would cause that much of a problem. My worry is that this promotes decks that historically have been a problem.
I think this is a toxic card, and I would use it to do toxic
It's
stuff.
a
I
it
would
is
use it,
such a
dude.
toxic
I would
card.
throw priority with Surfer, then Cosmo people, like because Surfer sucks now. But then I get to Cosmo them anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's cool. I like that
Yeah.
as a concept. If you don't have Prio and then you Cosmo a Hella and win, that's sick. Like I think that's really
Yeah,
cool because you're also making up the points.
It's sick until like you get the DM of dude, they keep beating me with this Ghost Second Steps card. They keep Cosmoing me and Alliathing me.
Yeah,
What
but
do I
you
do?
could tech it. I think it's fine. Maybe don't make it activate, make it on reveal. But like I don't know.
I think on reveal makes this
Stronger, no?
like less of a problem in tech slop. I think it makes it stronger, but also
Oh
less
my
of
god!
a
Or
Wait,
tech
but
slop
the
problem
fucking
because then you're playing a 2-3 on 5, and it's kind of
wait,
like
no, but the
okay, where's the
fucking
rest of
the
my
mind
points?
games of this shit.
well,
It's like you wait till turn 5. This thing is face up on the board, and you're trying to play for Prio. But what if the other person just doesn't activate it? And
yeah,
it's
that's
like
what
you
I
throw.
like. I
This
like
is
that's
just
why it's an activate card.
annoying. It's like
That
Nocturne
just
being on the
that I
board.
don't know.
What about one cost
I hate
one
Nocturne.
cost ongoing? What about that?
Wasn't it? Was it Ghost to one cost ongoing?
That is just old
Yeah,
Ghost
Well,
with
no,
ghosts do
no.
less. Yeah, it
it
was
wasn't
literally
one
one
cost
cost
ongoing.
ongoing.
There's a difference though. There's a difference.
You just printed
No, no,
old
no.
ghosts.
The difference is it's not just always having you reveal
It's
second, it's
inverting.
inverting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's converting.
And I don't know, I think it's neat because in order to flip first, you have to have less points. And so that makes the Cosmo harder to win with on the last turn. And then in order to flip second, you have to have more points, which is the problem.
Wait, I would just play this, stack a lane with Sauron cards, then jug the other lane. Because then I'm definitely throwing Prio since I'm only playing cards in one lane. And then I would just jug with points in the other lane.
There you go.
It just sounds like the most degenerate play pattern is going to be enabled.
I think the card is balanced. I just don't think I like what it's doing.
Hey man, who
All
doesn't love a
right,
toxic card?
on
It's
to
great.
on to the next
Next
card.
card. Let's see it. We got America Chavez First Steps. I like this one. I think this is cool. It's a 4/7 that says you will not draw this until you play in a side lane. Then it goes to the top of your deck. So what that means is if you play in the left lane or the right lane, it goes to the top of your deck. Other than that, you never draw it. So it's deck thinning that forces you to play in the middle lane for the entire game.
I think this is cool.
Denish, I didn't know you'd print a Denish, I didn't think you'd print a negative card.
I think it could be argued as a
it 100%.
This is a negative card.
Goes, it is a negative card. It is only a negative
No,
card.
I think it's a good. What do you call it? It's a Wiccan card too.
I think it's a cool Wiccan card. Yeah.
No, because
It's in your deck for
all
Wiccan.
the Wiccan decks just run quicks. All the decks just run Quicksilver.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but
It's decent.
it reduces your chance of getting Wiccan, and it's a 4/7, so it gives you points. And you just play Wiccan in the side lane. Then next turn you draw 4/7. So
The initial.
Yeah, I think it's interesting in Wiccan, but this card is by far the best.
The initial, first of all, that's a negative problem, not a me problem. I didn't design
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
negative not balanced.
But also, the initial design was going to be a 6/9 or a 6/10, and I was told to change it to a 4/7 to make people want to play it. I think that it's cooler at a 6 cost. Honestly, make it like a 6/9 or a 6/10. What do you think about that?
Oh, I like planning for a 4-drop. It makes the deck building process more interesting. If this effect is too powerful, then you would make it a 6-drop.
Yeah.
I like the 4/7.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would play this in every Sauron deck.
I think it could honestly probably be like a 4/5 or a 4/6, leaning towards 4/5 because of like deck thinning, and this is a really big combo helper.
But the thing is, like, does this get the old America problem? Does this go in like 50% of decks? Because
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I would play it in a lot of my decks.
Old Chavez
I'm a curve player.
Old Chavez gave you a very strong last turn play consistently last turn every time. If you're going to curve play, you have to be running like cards that move. And there's one deck that does that.
And it's the best deck.
No, not move. It's not even move.
Deck.
Because move, you need to like Ghost Spider shit out. And also, I don't think this is a move card.
Oh, no, you draw your torch like more
Yeah, you draw torch more often.
Yeah, you draw torch more.
I think a lot of decks get more consistency. Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, the more I'm
probably
thinking
a move
of this,
card,
the more you
yeah.
probably want to make this a
I think
6
it probably
cost.
wants to be a 6 cost as well. Probably
I'm just thinking about this, and I'm like, I'm going to play it like Old Chavez.
Because yeah, but it doesn't have the upside of Old Chavez. It's missing a lot of it. And also...
Wait, no, can't you do what Xenaid did where you just put all the Sauron cards in one lane and then don't play in the side lanes and jug it on 6?
Yeah, but I don't think it's as strong because you definitely are throwing Prio. And also, you're doing that. You're getting Juggernaut. You're getting it 1 in 12 more games, basically. Because instead of getting it in 9 in 12 games, you're getting it in 10 in 12 games. And I don't know if...
Or you could, like, wait until you draw a Jug and then play in the side lane because you don't care about
I honestly think Old Chavez in this current metagame, like, wouldn't even be that strong.
I also think... Yeah, I agree.
I heavily disagree. No. In a combo oriented style of direction that the game is taking, you cannot have something that makes your entire deck more consistent.
I don't know. What restriction do you
think?
Like,
there's like Old Chav. Like, I played Jocasta. Old Chavez in that deck is like fucking broken.
If you put every single card in the middle lane, though, first of all, the opponent knows where you're going to play every lane. Because in my head, this has like an Airshim effect where you can see it's happening.
Yeah.
But I don't... Like, what restriction would you put on it to have an America Chavez ability in the game?
Make it like a 6/8.
No, but like
just make the stats like unplayable.
I honestly think 6/9 is unplayable right now. Like,
yeah, 6/9 is bad. 6/9. But also like
then do 6/9.
Okay, so
because I think the idea with this is that okay, I thin my draws, I get the card I need, then I can.
You know what this
draws.
is broken in?
Like this is yeah, this is really broken in
because they don't give a fuck about their draws once they have the combo, and like.
When they have a V-hand,
care about what they draw on turn 6 if it's not.
That's a good point. Like there are a lot of decks that don't really care about late draws anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can print this card.
You know what I would do with like in a Merlin deck? You would just Odd to the Future on the side lane, so that way you're guaranteed. Like when you shuffle a card back in, you have a chance of redrawing a shitty card.
Yep.
But now I'm guaranteed to draw a 4/7. So
yeah. I don't love the. I will say I don't love 4/7. I would prefer
4/7 is
6/9.
very abusable.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4/7's really. Could you make this like a 3/4? But when you play in the side lane, you have to play this card next time.
No, I think that
You must play this card first next turn.
you have
You
to play
must
this
play this.
card.
You
Like
must
GJ,
play
This
like
this
card
card
plays
next
GJ.
turn.
itself. How about that?
That you
This
gotta
card
choose where
playing
it
itself
goes.
is so
Just
funny.
I like this card plays
you mu-
itself. I like that a lot.
you could
Wait,
do
that's
that.
actually you could keep
You
it at
could
4/7 at that point.
Yeah, you could keep it at 4/7 if it's this card plays itself.
It would be a pretty big opportunity cost, but then it would go just like tempo decks, like Viv decks, and I'm down for that.
I'm
Like
fine
I'm
with
down
that.
for
I think that's cool. I think that's
Yeah.
Because
cool.
you literally cannot play in the side lane until turn 6 unless you have a way to completely fill your hand.
I was actually playing around with the concept of a domino, Quicksilver domino Viv. Because when you play domino into Viv, you're always winning the Viv lane.
Mhm.
And this card looks like it would do great in my plan. Because then it makes you draw Viv on
Yeah.
3
The
more
other thing is
often.
that
Yep.
So the other thing is that also, like, if you're playing like on turn 2 and this card like can't play itself, then like it'll just play itself on 4.
Yeah, so it's like basically Agatha.
2.
It's Agatha.
It's basically like kind of weird. I think you can honestly make it a 4/8 if it plays
I
itself.
think it plays itself if possible.
Yeah, it's Agatha.
Like on the
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to make it so that I guess you kind of do. Yeah, I think making it
Yeah,
Agatha
play
is
itself
cool.
if possible.
Just make it play itself as
I
soon
think
as
it's cool.
possible, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next card.
I miss Chavez.
All right, this is literally just old Crystal. This is Crystal first steps, except now it's a 5/8.
So are you saying
For
first
anyone who
steps, or are
doesn't
you thinking
know,
second step?
Yeah, they're all second steps.
yeah, second steps. We're giving them second chances. Crystal is Crystal second steps is a 5/8 on reveal. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 3 cards. It does not have the location restriction anymore, but also at 5 cost, I think it is given a pretty decent stat line for a 5 cost tech ability at 5/8. I think that this is cool. I think it's balanced. I would unironically run this. What do you guys think?
What decks would use it? Is my question. Oh,
Definitely Hella.
Oh yeah, you would, Dennis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly why he designed this
Well,
card.
I had the card and they removed it.
to go in hella.
Yeah. And I mean, okay, so initially this card was printed as a 4/4 with no location restriction, and it was released in I believe the beta as that, and then they added a location restriction onto it. So clearly Glenn's or whoever the balance at the time was, their whatever the what is it, the Spider-Man 2099 ramp deck, it was clearly too powerful with 4/4 crystal. And so they added the restriction with the ability. So I wonder.
No, the restriction was so you can decide to shuffle or not.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was their
the
reasoning.
restrictions. You could just it was a
It
buff.
was a buff because you wouldn't always want to shuffle your hand.
Well, I
is
played
true.
4/4 crystal. I think I would play 5/8 crystal. I think Tribunal wants this card, and it has potential there because you're running magic.
I'm gonna be so real. I think without the location restriction, this card is bad.
Yeah.
Okay, add the location restriction. Whatever, dude. I'm just
That
pro
looks
crystal.
good. It's a good tech card. It's a 5/8. 5/8 is like the playable range for 5 costs
Yeah.
nowadays.
Make it a 5/9. Hell, if it's bad.
Wait, you could Fenris Viper. You can like Fenris Viper this in V hand, make them shuffle
What are
away
we
all their
doing?
created cards.
You have a destroyer for that.
Oh my god, wait, what if it just says shuffle both hands into what if it's
Into the opposite deck.
Oh, wait, that sounds awesome.
That is so annoying.
That sounds amazing.
Shuffle both hands into the opposite deck and draw the amount of cards that you had plus 1. Or something like that.
So now I'm just making the game.
Dude, Denish wants to play V hand. That's how
I can play your V hand cards. No, I don't think you should shuffle the opponent's hand. That's awful.
It's so funny. This card's probably just.
Are there any decks that want it other than
I
Hela?
thought about Sauron, and I'm like, I don't think I want this in Sauron.
No, I don't think. I don't think like
What
anything
if
wants.
we
No,
say
if it was lower cost Denish, I could put it in Sauron.
Yeah,
And then I
I
could
think you
play
need to make
this
this
and
cost
Sauron
like
in the same
3.
turn.
if we
Maybe-
okay?
I think this
I-
could cost. I think this could
I
be
thought
like a
about
3,
making
3.
it cost 3. I think that's too strong because you can play
like
one
Zoo
cost.
Turbo
You can
Stomp,
just
yeah,
dump your hand and then draw your entire deck.
Turbo Hand Up. But honestly, like that's fine because Killmonger exists. So
Well, it's
Yeah.
not just Zoo that can do that. There's a lot of V hand.
No, and all the shitty zoo decks are the ones that do that. They're actually good.
I think the
Zoo
Scarlet
deck
Witch
is,
decks would be a little
wants
broken
to
if they
hold its
because they
stuff.
just play low cost skills and shit.
Yeah, I think that there's.
Yeah, the zombie that would be good in zombies, but then I think it's just a
Yeah,
good card.
I would play it at 3/3 as a just a good
I
card.
think
I think 3/3
it's
is good.
too much deck thinning at 3/3. I really do because you just play at turn 4 with like an empty hand, and then
Yep.
you draw consistently.
Yeah,
every
Yeah, but
single
then your
game.
deck sucks. So who cares?
but then you're playing way too high on your
Yeah.
low curve.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because you consistently get your high curve every
Yeah.
game.
Your high curve is
what
what?
is your high
Like
curve?
one card. One
Zombie
card.
Man, Zombie Giant Man,
That's it. Oh, you draw Zombie Giant Man every game. It already
Abs
does
Man, Grandmaster. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of.
that. I think at 3/3, this is fine. With the list with location.
I think.
restrictions.
What if we go the other route and we make it so that it is a downside, and then make it like a 5/11? Because then you don't want to play it.
Oh yeah, then I'll play it in Sauron. 5/11.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give it like a
played
give
in
it like a
Nightmare.
high stat line. Yeah, it's a 5/11 for Nightmare. Because we don't actually have a
There you go.
5/10 other than Agamotto.
Well, the
And I mean-
biggest card is 5/9.
Red Skull.
Between
Red
Red
Skull.
Skull and
Well, yeah,
Red
Red Skull, but other than
It's
that,
Vision to Red Skull.
Well, we are getting a 5/10 soon, and a good one
yeah,
at
that
that.
one's kind of silly. I don't know. I just want old Crystal back, man. I didn't even
Yeah.
put any effort into the thought here. I just want it.
Yeah, we.
I don't know how.
We noticed with
tell.
your card design, Denish.
I don't know how I caught a stray on Crystal out of all cards, but I'm pissed. What is 3/3?
Alright.
Draw a card. Your opponent draws a card. What a boring card. I'm sorry.
All right, ready for the
Yep.
next card?
This is Kang the Conqueror, Second Steps. So this is a 0/0 Kang, and it has the for any visual experiencers, ignore the typo in the card. Whoops. This is a 0/0 Kang, and it is look what your opponent did, and then restart the turn. Replace this with He Who Remains. So this is Kang's old text, but instead of thinning your deck and removing himself, he's going to turn into He Who Remains, which is a 1/2 token card that is literally just a 1/2 token card. This is like a Misty Knight. And so you're able to check, and also an asterisk on Kang is they also need to fix the RNG system to actually be like the way it used to be, where it's like instead of having things be true random every time it's generated, just use a seed randomizer so that like for example, Blink hits the same thing every single time.
Is it not like that? Did they fix that?
They fixed it. It doesn't anymore
How would you know without King being in the game?
because they fixed it before they changed Kang.
Okay, I definitely buy that you tried that,
Dude, I ran Kang and Hella for a while.
I believe
It was-
that too.
I believe
Yeah.
that as well.
I like Kang because his ability can check for the RNG events, and obviously you have Howard, and so it kind of power creeps Howard. But also, well, you don't see your draw, so only on the sense of Jubilee.
Power
What I mean
creeps
by
Howard.
that is not for draw, but for like Iron Lad, Jubilee, not Hydro Man, Iron Lad and Jubilee. That's literally it, actually. So that's fine. But putting it at 0/0, the only issue is you need to make it so that it isn't a card everyone wants, because then the games take like an extra minute every single game, which is bad.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
That's bad.
I don't think they should reprint
That's-
this card. It also caused an obscene amount of bugs.
No, they already worked out all the infrastructure for it.
and they mentioned that they hated the card.
Well, I don't.
'Cause-
So
Because
But you know
every
what's,
single
like-
time they released
you
a
know
new
what's
card, they
cheap
had to
with
make
this
sure
card?
that they can crash it.
well, okay, hold on.
Galactus
Sorry.
players could literally play this for free because they can
Yeah.
always Galactus, then King another lane. So if the Galactus fails, then King goes off. If the Galactus does
that's
work, then King doesn't go off.
Yeah.
that's messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're the one who does that,
Yeah.
Wait. Oh shit, hold on. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Because like recently, when I've been running into Galactus players on ladder, I'm like, thank God they don't have King, because I hate when Galactus players had King. And now it's just
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wonder if you can do a
That
restrict.
seems
Maybe make it
kind of
cost 1.
broken.
How about that? It's a 1-0 that turns into a 1-2. And also, you don't.
So I'm
I
playing. So I'm
you
playing
don't.
Misty
You
Knight.
also don't need to worry about removing it. Yeah, you're playing Misty Knight, exactly. That's why I don't think everyone's going to use it. But also, you don't need to remove the restriction of cards generating Kang because he doesn't remove himself anymore,
yeah,
and he'd just turn into you'd basically be generating He Who Remains.
you basically generating Misty Knight.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And also, like, what kind of card generates a 0 cost? That doesn't happen. Or I guess a 1 cost
It
does.
cannot be
I
zero
mean,
because of
like,
Galactus. I'm just gonna say it.
he
Yeah,
cannot be
I don't think he can be
0.
0.
1-0 is probably like
But no
fine.
one likes
I
this
don't
card
know.
effect
I'm
except for the
just
person playing it.
correct. I think this is running into the same problem as as Ghost Second Steps, where the effect is like we're at 1-0. Obviously, the effect is fine and probably balanced, but like, who wants to play against this
My
card,
cubes
man?
it's
per
Like,
minute. They're
it's
down
no, it's in cubes per
drastically.
hour now.
I
Especially
don't
now that
know.
we played earlier. Oh no.
It sounds
Hmm.
like all the things I like are the things that other people don't like, which kind of believable.
I would
Now that
literally just
I
use this in Prio Scam to win the Iron Patriot lane every game. Like I
well,
would
it's a
use it
Misty Knight. It's
and then
not a
I would quake and I would look at what they're gonna do on the IP lane and then I would decide whether I'm gonna quake it or not. And then I win the IP lane, I snap, and I end the game on turn 3.
Okay, so you draw 3 cards on turn 2. That's fine.
Yeah, dude, my VN opponents always have it. They always have Hood into IP Quake Demon. I'm like, fuck, man. What am I supposed to do?
I don't
Mm.
know. I have always loved the concept of a card that checks your RNG for you. And I don't know. I just think that Kang is the laziest way that I could do that.
All right, Xenaid, it's your turn, man.
Woohoo!
It's a Marvel Snap dinosaur season.
Woohoo! So exciting.
All right, here you go.
Mayasaurus. If you have a card with plus 10 power here, put a 1 card from your hand here. You can guess what I'm trying to do.
What are you pulling,
Ebony
Sauron?
Maw.
I'm pulling Ebony
Ebony
Maw.
Maw.
It
Oh,
lets me play Swan and Ebony Maw together
yeah,
again. That's
that's
quite
cool.
literally the only.
That's a cool card.
Also, I'm not sure how the interaction works, but if you play this card with Martyr and Supergiant, I'm pretty sure it still moves, right?
Yeah, Smarter checks out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Martyr checks
Yeah,
after.
yeah. But what you could pull like Hydra
What
Bob.
about Malekith?
Oh, that'd be funny. But there's like restriction on it, right? So that way Vihan can't run it because rats.
Yeah.
I think this is neat. I like it as an Ebony Maw. It functions as a 3/11, but it lets you run a 1/7 that has that can be played as a 1/7 when drawn correctly. So
Yeah.
that's neat. It's very, very narrow. I wonder what else would want this. Like
Well, it's just
Dino?
cards that like generate 1 cost. You'll see with the other cards that are designed for this season, there will be a few other 1 cost generators, but like it would pull like spells as well. It would pull Prowler spells. It would pull Berlin spells would be terrifying. But like just sometimes when you
Mhm.
end turn 6 with like out the energy to play that 1 extra card, this card would do it for you. Kind of.
I think this is a cool. I think this is a very cool card. I like this a lot. I think it's also probably this or the DNA. I think is probably the card I can see releasing the easiest.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Right
trying
away.
to
my season's pretty good. Being on the apprentice has taught me a lot about card design.
I also wonder
Mm.
if you want to run this in like I'm trying to think other places you'd want it. Devil Dino, which I mean obviously also a dinosaur, seems kind of cute with it because like you play it on your Dino lane and pull a Snow Guard, or you play it on
Oh
like a
yeah.
side like a Mystique. You go
That
Mystique
sounds cool.
plus this, and then pull a Snow Guard. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds cool. All right, on to the next card. Dinosaur.
Yep. Whenever you play a card with plus 10 power, gain plus 1 max energy. And it's a 4/6 for a reason. Because I think the curve you have to figure out with this being a 4 cost makes it really fun to play the game.
Yeah, I like it at 4/6 a lot, or at least the 4.
I like it at 4. I like
If
the
it was
4.
a 3, it would be like just slam the Surtur curve, slam the Starbrand curve. But with it being a 4, this like merit to talk about like Zabu stuff, merit to talk about like Surge stuff, especially now that Zabu stuff is directly just like a downside to just to play the 1/1. But with this card, it might make Zabu stuff possible again. And then like no one knows what gaining plus 1 max energy more than once a game would look like.
Wiccan. But yeah. I like it because even if you're
Yeah.
playing it on 4, you can then just play like Red Skull.
Yep.
And then you have 7 energy for turn 6, which is what you really want.
Yeah.
7 energy for turn 6 seems
Because
like
then you can go. Oh wait,
the best place to be.
That seems kind of
No, it doesn't.
No, you're playing
No,
a
it doesn't.
4/6,
Is
You're
this a
playing a
jug card?
4/6.
This is a jug card.
but you're
Yeah.
playing 4/6 to do
You're
it.
playing a
This is old jug. I think you make this a 4/5.
Wait,
whatever,
it's
dude.
it's not that strong. Because
it's
what are you
not
doing
that
on turn
strong.
1, 2, and 3? Like
We
also,
currently have Superior Spider-Man in the game. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Yes, but also Superior Spider-Man asks you to like.
this
do
asks you to do a
something.
lot.
This asks you to play a 10
Yes,
power
but-
card.
Yeah, I think that I guess it's
Look at
fine.
the
Like I
restrictions,
guess it's probably
Miss.
fine.
Look at the restrictions.
I don't know. I hate giving Sauron the ability to go jug Starbrand.
Bro, it
when
already
he's
has
panicking.
that ability.
Just sounds
It has
They already
terrible.
do that.
That just sounds terrible.
Also,
It already
Superior
does that, and
Spider-Man.
it's not even in like the top 10 meta decks.
Superior Spider-Man does it way better. Also, like it's so much easier to get that card's ability triggered, and it's a 3 cost. No, I don't think this can be a 4/6. You'll be fine, Smlz. Walk it off.
Yeah, also, like, imagine your game is just like random 1, random 2, random 3 into this card, into Red Skull, into Jug plus Starbrand. Like, you're not winning most games.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Because like you can't even. It's gonna be hard to get. I guess it won't be that hard to get curve. But the counterplay is you just slam the dinosaur lane, and then like you have priority against Negasonic. You only have to worry about Juggernaut. Because like the Red Skull's not gonna go in
Yeah.
this lane.
Yeah, also a 4/6 is not that good. Like, a 4/6 is a tempo loss.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a worse Wiccan. So, like, I think the more interesting challenge is, like, finding ways to use Surge Zabu into making this, like, can you get more than +1 with this card? And then what would that look like?
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, if you're magicking, like, imagine you just magic with this, and it's like you have 9 energy. What shenanigans can you pull?
Yeah, I like the idea with magic as
I
well.
guess. Yeah, it's probably fine. It just +1 max energy is
It's essentially just
kind of
essentially
tough.
just +1 energy.
It's very powerful.
It's a
not-
4/6.
if you can
It's on turn 4,
duplicate it.
Smith.
It's a 4/6 that requires a 10 power card on 5.
I guess, yeah. Like it's probably
It's
probably
worse
fine,
than
yeah.
it's literally
like,
Luna, by the way. Like
good.
it's literally Luna that doesn't ramp your opponent, except you have to do it a turn later. The restriction is huge.
Yeah, you don't even get the energy for 5. I guess if you buff it with Shuri. Does it count
No,
itself?
I don't think it would.
I don't think it would.
Either way, even if you buff,
this text it would
okay,
would
but
count.
even if you're buffing it with
Yeah, it
Shuri, you
would.
have to play Shuri on 4. This on
Yeah, you gotta
5.
play Shuri on 4. Yeah, it's
Like
it's
this is
Is
very
there-
balanced.
Is there a 3 cost that lets you play it with 10 power that I can't think of?
Maverick, maybe.
Maverick. No, that doesn't
you
work.
need to buff
Actually, yeah, that
Maverick.
does work.
Maverick with some degree of buffing involved.
No, Maverick's a 3/4, right?
No, he's
Okay,
a
then
3/3.
Agony
If
Maverick.
he was the 3/4, that'd be so
Yeah,
broken.
that's what I thought we were popping off about. 3/4 Maverick plays for 3/8.
I think
like
it's kind of
Dinosaur.
interesting. Like it's like a
Yeah.
deck building challenge.
It's cool.
All right. Next card. Armored Scales.
On reveal, cards with +10 power cannot be moved or destroyed this turn here.
And this is a 1-cost spell.
Yep, it's a 1-cost
Yeah,
spell.
one cost.
It's because Sworn can't run
This is-
tech, so this is the tech card I've decided to create.
Is this just literally for the one person playing Shang-Chi on ladder?
It's for Shang-Chi, Juggernaut, Cosmo, Magneto stuff. Like, it's just a protected lane. Like, it's a big opportunity cost to run this card,
Yeah.
but it's there in case the meta ever gets degenerate enough that you need to run this card.
Yeah.
This is fun.
I think it's awful, but I like it.
Yeah, this card is not
is a-
like great, but also like
This is like a
seriously.
limited time game mode card. That,
Yeah.
like,
This is such an LTM card.
yeah, but it's like it's good protect. It also stops your cards from getting juggernauted if you have prio, by the way.
Mm-hmm. But you have to play a
Mhm.
1-cost with your cards
Yeah,
in the Juggernaut lane.
but Dinosaur can do it. Or no, what's it? Myosaurus could pull this card as
Yeah,
well.
that is true.
It can.
If you play the 3/4, then you no, because it still gets jugged.
The 3/4 yeah. I mean,
Can you make this a 2-turn
What?
effect? Like this and next turn?
it probably could be too weak, but I don't want it to be all encompassing. You know, it's just like
Sorry. Does it
It's-
also work for the opponent? So like if you snipe a 16 power torch, it can't move.
yep.
That's cute. I like that.
That's
It works
awesome.
with like against
Yeah,
Venom.
I like
You
that.
armor the Venom, they try to Zola it, and then it just doesn't.
Yeah. It's just
Oh,
a tech card.
wait, that's actually kind of cool. Wait, that's
I like
kinda
that
cool.
it has
I like that.
really, really niche application as a tech card, and then
You're gonna win 8 if this is affecting your opponent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a tech card. It's just a random tech card that Sworn might want to play sometimes, and it's
It's cute.
cool. If
That's
it was
cute. I like
attached
that.
to like another card that generated this, it'd be cool. Like if it was like a Stega, what's it called? Enkylodon, like you know the armored scale dinosaur, and then it generates armored scales as a spell. That'd be kind
Yeah,
of
that's neat. At like end of turn, add armored scales to your hand,
yeah, that'd be kind of funny.
and then you get like one of them a turn.
Mm.
Yeah, that's cute. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think
I
standalone, it's not interesting enough to put in your deck, but it's kind of just like Deafening Chord, except it's not proactive; it's a reactive.
it's deafening chord for two very specific matchups. There's two decks that care about
Yeah.
this. Exactly two decks. And I'm in favor
Yeah.
of that. Screw them.
Mhm.
All right. Next card. Triceratops.
Mhm. On reveal, remove the ability of the rightmost card in your hand. 3/6. I just wanted a playable 3-drop. Like I'm gonna be honest, like this is a playable 3-drop.
Yeah, it's cool.
And
I
has
like it.
fold.
It's cool. Goes in one deck.
Well,
It's
it could
cool.
go in like any deck. It's a 3/6.
Yeah. It's a 3/6. It's good. I mean, it's not Luna. You can make it a 3/7. I
It's
don't
cool.
care.
Yeah, you can
Debris
make
is a
this
3/7.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
could go in
100%
Infinite
make
decks.
this-
Like any deck with Infinite War Machine.
Yep.
Yeah, it can remove the ability of the
Maybe
the
actually
icon.
don't make it a
True.
3/7 now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 3/7 like, too strong.
Wait a minute. Hey yo, hold on. It's like Blade, except you have to pay for it, and also it's a 3-cost. Maybe Blade isn't okay.
Maybe Blade gets it out. Yeah.
It's taken you that long to realize Blade isn't okay.
No.
Blade
How long
is
has it been? Has it been
broken.
2 years?
I've been.
Has it been 2 years?
I'll say it. I've been strongly anti-Blade
Let me
since they
look.
made the change. I said that is the stupidest 1-cost in the game ever. I've been saying it. I'm on your side, man.
Yeah, but
Hold on, we're gonna see when.
Yeah.
Blade
I mean, this is a
Long
very
time
boring
ago.
card, but I think it's a fun card for Sauron season.
It has been over 2 years since Blade got changed now. So wow, that's been a while.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it. Oh, we got one more actually.
Yeah, a playable 2-drop. Whenever you play a card with +10 plus power here, Add a raptor with power equal to its cost to your hand. So if you play a 5 drop on it with 10 power, you get a 1/5. This was the synergy with Myosaur that I was talking about earlier. It's like you can just generate +1 because a lot of Sauron decks like they play like a lot of 4/10s for something, so you end up like missing a slot in the curve. Also, Cull Obsidian enabler. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's also a Mole
Yeah.
Man synergy. It has the same upside as Mole Man, right? And then you get a bunch of one drops.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool. I think it's fine. I think it's a playable two
I think
playable.
it's
cost. I think we're about to get a much better two cost than Wild Child, but this one's playable.
This is
yeah,
a
I
2 cost. You know.
it is a two cost, but also when you filter for power, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
well,
gonna
I
see
was
it.
debating on making it stronger, and then I'm like, well, like I can't just overstat everything in the dinosaur season. I was actually I started at 2-4, and I was like, what are these guys gonna say? What are
Okay,
they gonna say to
that
me
kind
about
of
it?
that would have been kind of broken.
No, I still think it's only okay at 2-4
Yeah, it's
because
only
what
okay.
you're getting a
No,
one.
I think
Think
that's
about the archetype it's
really
going
good at
into,
two
man.
four.
It's a
Like,
2-4 that supports a 1-4. Like I don't think Sauron cares that much.
yeah. Also, like in high infinite, like sure this card sucks, but the problem is like you go to like low ladder, where people are just slamming like big cards every turn, then winning the game. Like like
Yeah.
Glenn Jones would hate me. I say Glenn
It,
Jones because he's the Sauron hater. I think it's him, not Michael.
yeah, Michael would never.
Michael would give you old Sauron at one cost.
Yeah.
I do think
Yeah.
another cute card. We don't have this printed, but I'd love to see a card that returns the ability of a card that lost its ability. I think that would be funny. Maybe like a reverse enchantress for the entire lane.
Oh no, don't do that. Terrible.
I think it's cute
Mm,
now that we have deafening chord, especially.
Yeah, mayhaps.
all right. Location of the week. Danger Room. I'll start this week. Yeah, this I am terrified. This effectively acts like a soft death domain to me, where like nobody wants to play there. So how I approach this location is I typically, if I'm not playing a very important like early card like a V hand, I typically like to play my cards on like 1, 2, and 3 into Danger Room and try to like force my opponent like, okay, I have 10 power in this lane. Every time you're committing a card there, it's got a chance to just like die. So I think this is a very interesting like early location because obviously every deck but like destroy, and even then in destroy some cases doesn't want to play in danger room. So I think it's very interesting to like use up all your like low value cards like a 1/2, a 2/4, and put them in danger room, and then like kind of like force your opponent to like risk if they're going to
See,
contest
you're the
there.
kind of person I beat in Danger Room because my rule is if the game is not snapped yet, play whatever the fuck you want in Danger Room. Like if you have not snapped, I'm putting my star brand in Danger Room. I'm putting a 4/10. I'm establishing dominance because once I win the Danger Room, all I have to do is win one other location. You will never swing Danger Room against me because I believed in the Danger Room when you didn't.
Yeah, especially because at that point it's only for one cube with 25%. What, you're losing 1 in 4 games? But like when you actually win the danger room, you're in a very advantageous position. Overcommitting it can obviously be a risk because the opponent's incentivized not to play there anyways. And so it's like, okay, good job, man. You've put 19 power in danger room. I put 3 and then I committed for the other 2 lanes. And that's one thing to keep in mind. But yeah, definitely, I think the biggest thing for Danger Room is play cards there early because you don't want to be stuck on the last turn having to play into it. It also means, though, you know your opponent's going to play cards there early, at least if they're competent. And so it actually makes prio management an interesting puzzle because it's
Yeah,
like I know the opponent's going to play in danger room, so if I need priority for something, I can just play like decent power in the other two, and then just ball out on turn 5 and try to actually play cards there a little bit later, but not at literally the end of the game.
yeah. So my rule for Danger Room in terms of power break points is actually to never play anything with 3 power into Danger Room. Because if you play 3 and your opponent plays 3, you're either tying or like you're low rolling. I like to play like stuff with 4 or 5 power. So like if I had the choice like in your Hella deck between playing Corvus or Gambits, like let's say if I'm not considering the Odin reproc plan, playing Corvus into Danger Room and it surviving is like a snap condition, in my opinion, because it's really hard to get above 5. Whereas like if you're just playing 3, like you're playing Iron Patriot in it, like your opponent can actually deal with that. They can surpass it later. Whereas like beating a 5 power card usually requires the 2 card investment or a higher energy investment that like all of a sudden like they might not be able to make. I also really like playing like Luna into Danger Room for that reason, because like yeah, if Luna gets destroyed, I'll retreat for 1. But if she doesn't get destroyed and she gets played into Danger Room, I basically have won that game.
Yeah, and even if Luna gets destroyed, it's like not that big of a deal because you still get the ice cube. Like it's a big deal because you just played a 3-0 Luna Snow. But like even then, you still get the ice cube. You play a 5 next turn. I will say specifically for Hela before we get into location control tips for Danger Room. Specifically for Hela, I actually don't think you should be playing the Corvus into Danger Room almost ever on 3 because you blinking it is just so incredibly important. I think it is more important you'd want to play the 5/8 blink into it. That's how I've always seen it. Plus, you don't really need to worry about it because you're running Legion a lot of the time, which I can start to touch up on Legion, but first I'd love to hear Zen for Merlin as well as Quake also kind of applies to it. Do you have anything to say about Danger Room?
Oh, I never turn off Danger Room. Me personally, usually because I'm playing bad decks. I think with Merlin, you generally want to be playing turning off Danger Room if you're more favored, then you want to turn off Danger Room. Like let's say your opponent's playing like a different deck, like Scarlet Witch, and they have Hunger in there. Like if you're ever disadvantaged in Danger Room, you want to turn it off because you have the ability to at any time. Quaking in Danger Room kind of just gives you odds to stay in the game, because I think both of us know like if you have a 25% chance of winning, you should stay in the game, right? That's just cube math. So um I just like making the play, right? uh to like, hey, this is where they're gonna play their zombie giant man. Hey, if it dies here, it's worth staying. So like you don't really snap on it, but you don't leave if Danger Room trickery is like the out for you winning the game. And I think like skill diffing over like a long period of time, like for example in a Danger Room hot location, I think you and I would do better than a lot of people if we were to snap and retreat properly.
Yeah, I'll touch on Legion a little bit because it's slightly different. With Legion, the decision is either turn it off or turn it way on. Turning it way on is usually something you don't necessarily want to do it as a rug pull, but obviously it works as a rug pull because then sure they play their giant man, but let's say they play 3 cards on the last turn, and if any of them get destroyed, they're gonna lose because they're behind in every land and they need to catch up.
Yeah.
Then like you're incredibly favored at that point. Maybe don't snap it, but like I mean it's a solid play.
If
And
they're
then
playing 3 cards though, like if you expect them to play 3 cards, like they're a V-hand deck, I would honestly snap it because I think
yeah.
the odds are in your favor then.
Yeah, the odds are in your favor if it actually matters if you destroy them all. But like if it's a V hand and like I don't know, Grandmaster or something, or like Demon, then blowing up one of the V hands might not actually win you the game. So just don't get overconfident because a lot of the decks that slam a bunch of points on the last turn, a lot of the time some of the cards they're playing don't really matter. They're just kind of fodder. So that's like a bounce or a V hand, especially, where it might just be better to like leave it for a while, not worry about it, and then turn it off right before you put your power. So that sure they might lose their early points, but then you can turn off Danger Room and then safely play into it. Because you're probably gonna just be able to like let's say it's the left lane, the Giganto, for example, if you do Legion, even on like 4, they've probably already played 2 or 3 cards into it. And then now you're able to safely play your Giganto, so you're contesting their I don't know, demon lane with 16 power that had 0% chance to get destroyed.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what your opponent's tendencies are, because like
Hmm.
a lot of IP players will use Danger Room to try to use it for their advantage. But like I said, it like the math in Danger Room is really interesting. Like the power breakpoints, when you like are trying to win a lane, they matter so much more specifically on Danger Room.
Yeah, it is a really good one to highlight where exactly the breakpoints for power are. It's good because yeah, like I agree with you with 3 power. I think another one is 7. It's way better to have 8 in danger room than it is 7, and by that I mean be leading by 8 or be leading by 7. It's the same kind of thing where it's like leading by 3 or leading by 4
Yeah.
where instead of playing this Legion, or Legion's a bad example, but like Cosmic Ghost Rider in the lane, I'll play it out if you're playing it just for power.
Yeah, I think that'd be an interesting like conversation for us to have, which is what is called number theory. Like how many cards is 3 power represent? How many cards does 4 power represent? 5 power? Maybe we get Heart on again. We can talk about that kind of stuff. But yeah, Danger Room's like a fun math location.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to be it for us. You can find Denish at twitch.tv/Denish_Hello. You can find me at youtube.com/@SnapAcademyYT. You can find Xenaid at twitch.tv/XenaidTFT. Discord link is the top link in the description. Have a great day.